Hey you guys, welcome back. I'm back, we back, she back, and I'm with the new video today. We're gonna do like a fish fry type thing because it's Sunday. We doing it easy. I'm just now waking up. It's like 8 in the morning or something like that. Wig still twisted, eyes still puffy, but you know, we gonna do this the right way. Y'all gonna see it from start to finish. We're gonna get this tilapia thawed out here because I got my tilapia. I want about 3 of those fried. So I got 3 of them out. Bam. And then we got the seasoned fries here. Because all you got to do is throw those in the oven. See, because I live alone, I got to do this like real easy, real smooth, real simple. I'm not trying to do a whole Christmas, Thanksgiving dinner, even though those are nice on Sundays. For me personally, for me myself, I do a nice little kickback meal. Tilapia, seasoned fries, throw those in the oven. I got my shrimp here because I love my shrimp. It's divine peeled, but I have the tail on because for some reason I just like to be able to take the tail off myself, but I like it clean. And of course we're gonna double check that by thawing those out and just making sure that they're all clean. And I got a little bit of my colossal shrimp left. And yeah, some lemons, because you can't have a fish fry without lemon. Anyways, I'm going to be right back with you guys. I need to run to the store real quick because there's a couple more things that I want to get for this one. And then, woo! Y'all like that, huh? No, I'm just, but anyways, I'll be right back. I want to do a little kitchen tour and stuff, but you know, I got to get my little dishes and stuff. Because when you live alone, you can leave your dishes in the sink like Ari Lennox said, you know, girl, you know. And then, yeah, so let me stay on task with it. I'll be right back with you guys. Bye. Gotta get that value pack, you know. Tell me where's that. I need some antibacterial. All right, you guys, my bad for the delay. I went to the store and then I stopped by the farmer's market. You know, this is that ADHD edition, cooking a fish fry with Miss Jackson. And we're going to talk a little bit about how it's hard being that one. It's hard being that one. It's hard being that one in your family that has learned that you're in the type of family that is so enmeshed with each other that you don't know yourself apart from your family. Let me just wash my hands real quick. Because, I don't know, I'm 26, so I'm like at an age where I'm realizing now too, like, just how much I have adapted this mentality of I need it to be co-signed or approved before I do it. And that's where you're wrong if you think like that, me included, and that's where it's detrimental. Because it's almost like if people don't, and this is my tilapia, you guys. This is the tilapia right here. I really feel like I should let it thaw just a little bit, but I'm going to season it and then let it thaw because something in my mind just feels like once it thaws out, it'll seep in there a little bit better. And I'm seasoning it with that young Old Bay. That young Old Bay seasoning. I just got put onto this. B-Love put me on. And then you can't really find Old Bay everywhere. They don't carry it at Walmart. They don't carry it at certain places. So, but anyways, it's hard being that one to realize that and then try to establish those boundaries as a grown woman. Like, you know, I've tried to explain to the folks that I love and that I'm close to that, like, look, this is just a strange time for me where I'm just either going to decide to not care at all about something or to go all the way in with it, period. Hence this YouTube channel, hence the Global Thinkers BMJ little clothing apparel thing that I'm doing to try to benefit, you know, make money to benefit youth around the world, certain programs and stuff like that, and certain different things that we need to learn as kids that we're not learning as kids, such as financial literacy. Like, I want to go hard on that. I want to go hard on my goals, my dreams. Not just off of some, it's the New Year thing, but off of some, this is life. And like, there is no perfect time for anything. What, you gonna wait till your 30s for this? Like, I would always tell myself, like, oh, when I'm 25, I'm gonna do this or whatever. Well, I'm 26 now, and it's just like, I'm not gonna keep waiting and giving myself some type of deadline that who knows if I mean, I don't want to speak any negativity or nothing like that, but tomorrow isn't promised for anyone, period. So with that being said, I'm about to just cut this lemon real quick, drizzle that on there real quick. I don't know, just thinking about how, like, when I was in college, I had a phase where I wanted to be a stripper. And this is, like, I feel like before it was, maybe it was all, I don't know. I don't want to make stripping seem like it just was something that this became popular after Cardi B and whatnot like that. Because I think that, I mean, come on, the Players Club was around long before Love and Hip Hop and all that. So, and I've seen that as a kid. A lot of people I've seen that as a kid and were like, their ideas about the nightlife and strip club were shaped in. But anyways, I had that phase, and I quickly got out of that phase when I actually went to a club and was able to speak to, because I'm always one of those people that, like, I want to go to the source. I want to talk to someone that does this, that's been doing this, that looks like me, that can just let me know what's up. Like, what is this? Is this what I'm thinking in my head, or like, what is it? And she told me straight out. She asked me one question that just set the game straight for me. She's like, do you feel comfortable getting naked in front of people? And I had to say, whoa, Nelly. I mean, you think you can at first, but then when you see them, like, you know, busting down real quick, bare on the pavement, like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm one of those people, even with someone that I like, trying to be intimate like that. Like, I have a lot of, like, getting, I don't know, I think I got a banging body, I think I'm beautiful and all that, but I still, you know, I'm like, ooh, I hold my boobs a little bit or whatever, like, you know, I don't know, that's just, I'm definitely not comfortable enough to be in front, this is garlic, you guys, I'm definitely not comfortable enough to be, like, in a room full of a whole bunch of people, like, I don't know, and that's just me. And I got friends that they don't seem, they cool. And I think that's to each their own. I don't have no opinion on people that can and can't do it. I'm just one of those people that can't do it. I wanted to do it though. So I don't think I'm better than anybody that can do it and that wants to do it, because I can't do it but wanted to do it, if that makes sense. But anyway, told y'all my wig's still twisted. I'm still looking a dip dang fool, but I just want this stuff to, like, marinate in here. I said I'm going to, for me, regardless of what it was I was willing to learn about or engage in. Like, I've always known what's up, according to my beliefs. So anyway, with that being said, it's hard being that one. You know, you to separate yourself, to be the one to go off to college, to be the one to, you know, decide, hey, going to college, getting married, and having this perfect family is not necessarily my dream life. Like, and at one point it was, but when it didn't happen for me, it's like looking back in hindsight of all the places that I've been, the people I've met, the experiences I've had, and the relationships I've built. Like, I wouldn't trade that for being someone's cookie cutter wife with 2 little badass kids, excuse my French. I don't want to say bad, because my kids, they ain't finna be bad, but they gonna be some kind of bad, because, you know, that's what they labeled me as a kid. So, garlic will really leave your hands smelling like the funk. But anyways, y'all, I'm gonna just leave everything as is, cover it up, let it all, thaw out, marinate in there, let my garlic marinate in there, my Old Bay marinate in there, and whoop, whatnot. Then I got the olive oil and I've used it all, because I'm about to literally fry this. And, you know, I'm still bougie to some degree, because, like I said, I'm that one. I went to college, studied abroad, all that whoop-de-whoop, I've learned about, like, organic this, organic that, but I'm still that girl, you know? So, and then also I want to add in there too, just because you that one that went to college and best believe, don't forget where you came from, but also don't forget where you're going to. Don't let that whole don't forget where you came from drag you back to where you started at. Like, yeah, I'm not going to forget where I came from, but I don't feel like I need to go back there to get to where I'm trying to go. I remember that so that I don't ever make any decisions that'll lead me back to square one, but eye is on the prize, you know what I mean? I know that I'm still far from my goal is what I'm trying to say. So being that one is not necessarily something like, it's like, no, I'm still reaching my goal, but it's harder because, and I'm not trying to put dubs on it, but it's harder because it's hard to find someone that really just thinks like you. It's easy for me to find people that want to be safe and just kind of like have that comfort and security of like a family, a husband, kids, and being close to their family. But like to find those people that are like, nope, I'm finna go to another country by myself for a month, find myself, figure out, you know, who am I, da da da. Like that's the kind of person I am. Like quit my job, you know, quit the comfortability of a 9-to-5 with the, you know, 401k and all that to go to Jamaica for a month, figure out who I am, eat some organic food, some chicken that was just literally alive walking across the lawn. Now it's on my plate, you know, like that's where I'm at with it. Because I know that I could have that life of the family, the comfort, da 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 da. And then when I'm 40 years old, be like, wait, I never found myself, and be 40 years old acting like I'm 26. Like I might as well do it now. Don't let this gut fool y'all, because I still got one. But anyway, we working on that. Anyways, I'm gonna be right back. All right, y'all. Yeah, I'm finna get ready, go to church. Woo, woo, I'll be right back. Well, not right back, because I'm not rushing to get back, but I'm rushing to get back to, because I just know that, watch, anyway, y'all finna see. Bye. Hey, you guys. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back. I'm back. We back. She back with another eating mukbang. We're going to talk about it video here for you guys. I went ahead and made this bomb, and I'm gonna call it bomb because I made it, and I normally don't cook, but it looks good, smells good, and I know it's gonna taste good. The catfish fries that I was telling you about earlier, and the shrimp got a little, you know, you can't do it without the lemon on the side. And yeah, I'll do like a little close-up picture. Well, I can't do it at the end because at the end the food's gonna be gone. So this is the close-up picture y'all gonna get of this food. It looks good. It's about to be good. And yeah. The ingredients that I made, the little sauce to go with it, just some simple mayonnaise, mayonnaise, a little ketchup, a little tomate, some chili flakes, barbecue, and la Valentina. We need that Valentina for that spice. And yeah. I plan on this being really good. And I'm going to wash it down with some Arizona iced tea and that young peach flavor. You already know. And my favorite mug, because it's a Rottweiler. And I love Rottweilers because I got a Rottweiler. Shout out my little Rottweiler Tank. I love you. Mommy love you. You better be being good. And yeah. So, fresh out of church. Did the little cooking thing for this one, and yeah, we just gonna dig in there. We already talked a little bit about how I wanted to be a stripper when I was in college, but that failed, thank goodness, because I'm not built for it. It actually came out good. Came out really good. I fried this one real hard too, you guys. This one got fried real hard. So, but it's good. Nice and crunchy. Anywho, I haven't eaten all day, so excuse me, you guys. It's what, 2 o'clock, so it's been all day. I gotta say that. I fry my shrimp with the tail on. I know. Why do you do that if you're going to take the tail off? But, oh well, I did it. It made sense at the time. It's good. What else? aside from that, I ended up being a substitute teacher for a couple years, which was fun, cool, the best job I ever had. I learned a lot. And I still run into my students, which is a good feeling. I used to be that type to like hide behind aisles, duck out the store. Because I don't know, I felt like it's weird being a kid and like you have your expectations of a teacher, and then once you become one, and not only that, like you realize like how crazy your expectations for a teacher were, because like I didn't think that teachers like grocery shopped or like did stuff. I mean, I knew they had to do it as people, but I was just used to seeing them at school. So when you run into one outside of school, it's like, oh, what do you do? What are you doing? And I'm like, I don't want nobody in my business like that. Because for a while I felt like you can't be a teacher. You're not even a perfect adult. But then 2 years later, it's like none of them teachers are. Nobody is. So as long as you love kids, that doesn't mean you have to like them all the time. Sometimes they get on your nerves. But as long as you love them and you genuinely want to see them do good, not just from a selfish perspective, but for the perspective of like for their own well-being, them doing good for their own well-being, not for you to be able to be like, oh, I taught them this and they're doing that. Then yeah, go be a teacher. The reason I personally did not pursue a career in teaching is because I feel like I still want to figure out what I want to do. And I want to work with kids, but I don't necessarily want to be a teacher. I'm really proud of this because normally I would pay for this. There's this like bomb fish market place where I live. And I normally pay like $18-20 for this. And I just made it at home. And it's pretty good. Well, today is Sunday. Saturday would have normally been a laundry day. I have family over. So I just wanted to spend time with them, enjoy my time with them, and y'all forgive me because I'm not really looking at the camera. I'm just like looking at this food and eating. But forgive me, it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon, now 2:15, and like this is my first food of the day. I don't recommend it. I don't recommend it. Once again, I don't recommend it. But I cooked before church, just like prepping this meal. And my fingers, even though I had washed my hands, put on some lotion, my fingertips smell like garlic. So I could only imagine. But, you know, every person that I gave a hug to or hugged me was like, why don't you smell like garlic? But whatever. Anyway. Y'all comment y'all funny church stories. I don't know, the older I'm getting, church is getting like funny and funnier. But that was one of them. I went to church every Sunday as a kid with my parents, but I wasn't necessarily raised in the church, if that makes sense. I didn't have people from the church coming to the house to whoop me if I did something wrong or whatever. I don't know. Not assuming that happens to everyone that's raised in the church, but I didn't have stuff like that. I just went to church on Sundays. Yeah. And it's interesting because I don't care how much you try to deny it, there is definitely a such thing as a church dynamic, and I'm like learning it, but I'm learning it in the sense of like, oh, that's what we doing, that's what y'all doing, that's what they doing, okay. I like my church, and I learn a lot, but I am not into or about trying to fit anybody's mold, because I don't have a mold. I know I'm weird, I know I'm different, and I can't look for anybody that's like me, because it's not gonna happen. Being a little bit full. Just a little bit full. I don't know if I just ate too fast or what. After substitute teaching, after substitute teaching, I worked as a human trafficking advocate. Well, I did that on the side while substitute teaching, but I got fired. I haven't been fired from a lot of jobs. That's the only job that job, and then working at the commissary. Because look, I worked at the commissary, like maybe I was like in my second year of college or whatever, and it was cool. But I don't care who you are. I don't care if your husband's a colonel, lieutenant, the colonel, lieutenant, sergeant, whatever. You're not gonna talk to me crazy and then be like, do you know who my husband is? No, I don't. And quite frankly, I don't care. This is your total and this is what's up. Like, that's how my attitude was. And now, I don't know. At the same time, like, looking back on that version of myself, I'm like, shoot, like, we felt it necessary then, but it cost me a job. And I don't regret it. Because it is what it is. Moving on. Human trafficking was the second job and the last job that I got fired from. But I see why they fired me. I really was not, I don't know, I feel like I'm not in a position to try to bring somebody on the right course of life when I don't have no experience in that. I don't know what that's really about. And like, to be quite frank, I was very naive. Like, and when you've been through certain things that other people haven't experienced or seen, it's hard to really like take them seriously and listen to them. And I just don't think I was one of those people that you could really, having that background of being trafficked. I don't know, like, I learned, if anything, I was asking them, you know, hey, learning from them and like what they had been through, hearing them out, but not to say them, but anyways, I just, for the most part, had a whole lot to learn. And yeah, it was a good experience. After that, I went to substitute teaching again, which is what I was already doing. I just wasn't splitting my time. What else? Oh, I was substitute teaching on a permit, meaning I hadn't took any credits toward a credential, or I hadn't even taken the CBES yet. The CBES is like basically a test that proves that you understand basic math, basic reading comprehension. This is a basic. Mind you, I've done the college thing, got my degree, whoop-de-whoop, but I still, math is just not my thing. It's just not. Needless to say, I took that test that you have to take in order to stay a substitute, and I failed. But I was able to go back to my students and use that as an example. Like, don't be like Miss Jackson. Don't be like me. Or you skate through not really knowing how to do something, but like being able to finesse, cheat, and make it pass. Because, yeah, granted, I made it out of grade school, middle school, and high school. When I got to college, it was pretty much found out that I didn't know basic math. So I had to take that and then take statistics and all the other stuff. required to graduate. Now, 2 years after college, I'm having to revisit this again. And I was over it. Like, I didn't do it. I didn't do well. Meaning, like, I didn't study for it, so I didn't pass. So I just felt like I was over it. Not a good thing, but a good example for the kids to be able to see, look, you can cheat now in 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, or you can try to just learn it, grind it out while it's fresh coming to you. But, you know, even then it's hard because a lot of these kids have a lot going on outside of school that they have to think about and be worried about. And who's worried about fractions and math when they've got real life going on at home? Not that I'm trying to make excuses for anybody, but you have to take that into consideration too. Having worked with kids, I've seen a lot and felt a lot for them, you know what I mean? Like, and just wanting to see them have, you know, a stable environment, but not being able to do that because they have their family and they have people that are supposed to provide it that aren't, or I don't know. This is getting really dark now. It just was a very rewarding experience being a substitute teacher, but nonetheless, I didn't pass the test to continue doing it. So I was like without a job for like a month. And then I had went into this field connected to my degree, working as a counselor in a mental health crisis facility. Now that was deep for a number of reasons. One being that you see people your age that are, you know, for the most part, just like you. I mean, they're your age, they have similar interests and things like that, but they're living in two different realities, you know, and it's just like, I don't know, it's always been hard for me to see, like, somebody my age or someone that I could share a lot in common with, but we're, like, way on opposite ends of life in the spectrum, and I think that was really rewarding for me, too, to see that and just kind of learn so I can take into consideration how fortunate I am to have the faculties to be the one caring for somebody with this, you know, onset of symptoms that they're going through or whatever, to be the one that's able to work for, you know, and not saying that with any judgment because it's already a stigma with mental health. And I feel it, that people very close to me suffer from all kind of mental health diagnoses. But with that being said, be a part of the problem, not the solution. Maybe you can't do everything. Maybe you can't be the caregiver or whatnot, but maybe you can educate yourself. You know, only so much we can turn a blind eye to and not see certain things in our reality before it's just like in our face. You have to deal with it. And I think mental health is one of those things we're seeing a lot of it show up, but I don't think that's necessarily making it easier to access, you know. With that being said, I ended up having the opportunity to apply for a job, whatever. To apply for a job at a call center with the Veteran Affairs. That went through. It just took a while to be hired for it, but that went through. So while I was working one job, I was kind of like pursuing another one, which was, it's a story of my life, you know, and that's just how it is when you're working for other people. You better have some sort of backups for yourself. You better have some sort of, you know, alternative in case one door closes, because what I've learned about people is when they have power over someone else's livelihood, how they make money, how they pay their bills, which is ultimately how they keep their roof over their head and how they sleep with peace of mind at night. It's just ridiculous. You know what I mean? You see a lot of crazy stuff, man. A lot of crazy stuff. People Man, working as a teacher too, you see, like, people have power over someone else, another being. Like, what do they do with it? And I think that was so intense for me as a teacher. You have to learn the balance between being someone's, where you're overseeing them and also being their advocate at the same time. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm here to make sure y'all don't cut up and burn this bitch down. But at the same time, are y'all entitled to respect? Yeah, some kids are off the chain. But I'm telling you, when you meet them with that same attitude, like, oh, you want to be off the chain so I can... No, it's never going to work. You know what I mean? Never going to work. And the same thing with people. People can be a trip, you know what I mean? But when you try to, like, meet them with that, they see that you're aware of what they're doing, and 9 times out of 10, they'll be ready to go ham. This lemon has literally just been here for show, because I, like, barely squeezed it on a piece of fish until right now. That was good. But yeah, comment that too. The best experience you had with a teacher and the worst experience you had with a teacher. Please comment that below. I'm very curious to know, you know, what it is that makes the difference between a teacher that was a really good teacher but you never remember them, between a teacher that was like almost life-changing, you know? One thing I can say I feel like has been an advantage to me and a disadvantage at the same time, but more of an advantage is not having kids, because I go home, I don't have no kids that I still got to be patient with and patient for. I'm full. So big up all the teachers that are going home and they have their own kids to deal with. That is not easy. It can be. I mean, dang. Most of us think about it. Like, it's hard to deal with ourselves. You know what I mean? That's why we want all these other things. You know, relationships with other people, which are great and necessary. You know, cars, clothes, like, because I feel like it'll fill some sort of void, or maybe like we just never had that, and it's okay to like want those things. But I just feel like having to work and then go home, help someone with their homework, get them ready for bed, cook dinner for a whole bunch of people, like, that's a lot. And as a 26-year-old woman, I can say I definitely enjoy being single, having my own space, and not having to have those responsibilities. Even though, yes, was there a time when, like, I wanted that really bad right after college? Like, I thought that was a life. Like, and occasionally, shoot, Charlene and them and Uptown P1 are just the cutest couple ever. So you see these people, and you see them doing their couple stuff, and it's so cute. And, like, you want that, too. But I don't want that to the point where, like, ooh, they got it, I gotta have it now. It's like I realize that, yeah, I want that. That's gonna be nice to have when it's my turn to have it. Because I don't want nothing before my time. Because you get it before your time and you F it off. Like, I'll be the first to say, like, I wanted to drive since I was like 15, 16 years old. So I would take the classes, the permits. Like, I was working. Like, as soon as I was old enough to get a work permit through school, which was, I think, 15, 16, I had one. And I was real life working. Like, and paying for the permits and classes to try to, like, be able to drive sooner. You know what? At the end of the day, I didn't get my first car until I got to college and got it myself. And I didn't start driving until I was, like, 18. So the whole moral of that story is I wanted it so bad, but I still didn't get it until I was gone. You know, like, 18, it's not... You don't have to pay extra to try to get your license because you're the legal age to be able to apply for it. I spent a lot of money trying to get my license before I was old enough to have one because I just wanted to be out here doing grown things. So knowing that about myself, I fried this really hard, you guys. So the skin is like real, well, the shell is real hard to get off. But anyways, moral of the story for me, I'm always telling myself now, because I think it takes a while to really catch on to, like, your patterns. Because, you know, we're just living and doing stuff that we saw people close to us do with our own spin on it. So I think, like, 25, 24, I don't know, 24, 25, 26, 27. Definitely, I feel like your late 20s. Maybe not 24. Maybe like 25, 26, 27. I feel like it a lot at 26. But you do a lot of, like, reflecting on things about yourself. And, like, I don't know. I know my pattern is always to want stuff before I'm meant to have it. And it doesn't mean that I'm never going to get it. I just be wanting it, like, when I want it. So it's easier for me to, at 26, be like, you know what? It's nice to want those things. Someone, I don't know, I heard something outside. It's nice to want those things, but realize the disservice you've done to yourself in the past, wanting them before you're supposed to have them. So that you can make it easier on yourself now to just be like, oh, shoot. I get it. I'm just being ambitious, a visionary, a dreamer, da-da-da-da. Let me still have that dream, but work on the little micro goals to get there. For example, I can't be with someone that is about to just sleep until 11, 12, 1. It's one thing to sleep in. I'm an early bird, so it'd be nice to have someone that's, you know, babe, stay in the bed for just a little bit, get some more rest, and that would be great. Like, I'm with that. But with someone that is not trying to get up, like, until the sun is been out for several hours and just lazy or whatever. Not saying that people that sleep in are lazy, but y'all catch my drift. Like, I can't just be around someone that's just, like, not about to get up and do something with themselves. Like, that's, to me, it's a waste of energy. So, like, it's a big turn off to me. So if I don't like that, naturally, I'm just gonna continue to be a person that wakes up early. Continue to be a person that not only do I wake up early, but I get up. I'm not about to just sit there and be on my phone scrolling for, 2-3 hours. Get up, do my stretches, do my exercise. So that when I am attracting someone, I'm attracting someone that's what I would like, not what I wouldn't like. And with that being said, everything must flow, everything must happen organically. What I'm super focused on right now is getting my business off. My best friend and her boyfriend were my first customers. Having my best friend and her boyfriend as my first customers is, like, so great, so meaningful to me. I'm so appreciative, so happy. And I'm still going to keep going, still going to keep pursuing and getting it out there so that now I have people that I don't even know buying my stuff. You know what I mean? And I'm fortunate that these people bought it, because a lot of times it's not people that support you. I mean, that know you to support you. But she's one of my best friends. And she's put herself in a position to be aligned with somebody that is like-minded with her. So she thought, let me support my homegirl. And her partner did too. So that was great. Ooh. I want y'all seeing all parts of me you're not supposed to see. I got this stuff all over me. Shout out Be Love. I'm going to just go ahead and conclude this video. Shout out Be Love, because when you're eating on camera, you get real, like, self-conscious of yourself until you realize, or you've had someone that's very successful, such as Be Love, doing it, and just not be as self-conscious. Shoot, I got this stuff all over me. I know it's probably in my hair too. But you know what? The food is good. It was good sharing it with you guys, talking to you guys that I made a mess. But it's good. And at the end of the day, Welcome back, I'm back, we back, she back channel is all about growth, not even just self-acceptance, because for me it's hard to just accept where I am right now because I know where I want to be. So I don't really get this saying, accept where you are, where self-acceptance. I get it, but I don't get it. But at the same time, this channel is going to be figuring out what that means. And if that means I'm going to sit here and have a messy meal with you guys and not have no script to go off completely, but know what I kind of want to talk to y'all about, that's what it's going to be. Everything else is going to have to wait. I got like one more piece of fish, one more piece of shrimp left. Everything else is trash, can get scrapped, but I'm keeping my little leftovers, y'all. I'm bougie, but I ain't that bougie. Anyway, we'll see y'all next time. Thank you for tuning in live.